Most people don't realize this until it's too late. A car doesn't usually fail all at once. It starts with something small you ignore. A sensor, a noise, a warning light that goes away on its own. Then it becomes a pattern. And that's where the real cost begins. Because after warranty ends, every small issue stops being small. One repair turns into two. Two turns into a chain reaction. And suddenly the car you bought for comfort becomes a monthly financial leak you didn't plan for. But here's the uncomfortable truth most people don't want to hear. Reliability isn't random. It's engineered. Some brands consistently build cars that survive real-world abuse, heat, traffic, and high mileage without turning into constant repair projects. Not perfect cars, just predictable ones. And predictability is what actually saves you money. Let's go through the brands that repeatedly prove that point in real ownership data, not marketing. Toyota sits at the top for one simple reason: conservative engineering. They don't chase extreme performance or experimental technology in mass-market models. They refine existing systems over long cycles. That means engines, gearboxes, and electronics are usually well tested before they reach buyers. In real-world use, this is why Toyota models like Corolla, Camry, Hilux, and Land Cruiser are commonly seen crossing 300,000 kilometers and beyond in taxis, fleet use, and rural driving conditions. It's not that Toyotas never have issues. It's that major failures are statistically less common compared to most competitors, especially when maintenance is basic and consistent. The trade-off is clear: less excitement, more long-term stability. Lexus is Toyota's luxury division, but with a specific strategy: add comfort without rewriting the core mechanics. Where many luxury brands introduce brand new complex systems for performance and tech, Lexus tends to refine proven Toyota platforms instead of reinventing them. That's why Lexus models consistently rank high in long-term reliability studies, especially for engines and hybrid systems. Models like RX, ES, and GX are known for aging slowly, with interiors and drivetrains holding up well over time. You're basically paying for refinement, not risk. Honda's strength is mechanical efficiency. Their naturally aspirated engines, especially in models like Civic and Accord, are known for long service life when maintained properly. Honda generally avoids overcomplicating base powertrains in many of its mainstream models, which reduces long-term failure points. However, it's not flawless. Some newer turbocharged engines and CVT transmissions require more careful maintenance than older Honda setups. Still, in the overall reliability landscape, Honda remains one of the most consistently dependable mainstream brands. Mazda is often underestimated because it doesn't dominate in volume, but its engineering direction is very deliberate. Instead of chasing high-output turbo setups across the board, Mazda has focused on sky-active technology, prioritizing efficiency and reduced internal stress. This approach has helped improve long-term durability, especially in models like Mazda 3 and CX-5. However, Mazda's reliability reputation is still modern-era strong, meaning it has improved significantly in the last decade rather than relying on 20 to 30 years of historical dominance. Subaru's biggest advantage is its symmetrical all-wheel drive system, which performs extremely well in poor road and weather conditions. But mechanically, Subaru has a more mixed history. Older Boxer engines had known issues like head gasket failures in some generations. Newer models have improved significantly, but they still require more consistent maintenance discipline than Toyota or Honda. Subaru makes sense when traction and terrain matter more than lowest maintenance cost. Suzuki's reliability strength comes from simplicity and weight reduction. Smaller engines, fewer complex systems, and practical engineering choices reduce failure points. That's why models like Swift and Alto are widely used in cost-sensitive markets where maintenance affordability matters more than performance or luxury. It's not built to impress. It's built to survive cheaply. Hyundai has made one of the biggest reliability improvements in the global auto industry over the past 10 to 15 years. Earlier generations had inconsistent quality, but newer models show significant upgrades in engine design, build consistency, and warranty support. Models like Elantra, Tucson, and Santa Fe are now competitive with Japanese rivals in many short to mid-term reliability reports. However, long-term durability data across 15 to 20 plus years is still developing compared to Toyota and Honda, which have decades of proven global fleet usage. So the improvement is real, but long-term legacy is still being built. Now step back from brand names for a second. The real pattern is not complicated. Less mechanical complexity usually equals fewer failure points. More electronics, more power extraction, and more aggressive engineering usually increase long-term risk. And that's where most buyers make the mistake. They choose cars based on design, features, and badge status, not ownership cost over time. But ownership cost is where reliability actually matters. So here's the question you need to think about before the next video. If reliability is so predictable across brands, why do most buyers still prioritize style, status, and features over long-term maintenance cost? And next time, we'll break down something even more practical: the most reliable compact SUVs for families in 2026.